let's now switch. There's three things we've talked about: just the band era or the music era. We've touched a little bit about the production, but this DJing thing, dude. When you're talking about globally running all over this world, a lot of it right now. Let's be real. It's you're being called as a DJ. How did it get to, would you say, in your world? And please, my friend, you have to tell us how you met Beckham in that.
So man, it's that one now I can't even explain proper, because sometimes there's shows where they want me to perform but they can't bring my whole band. So I'm like, okay, I can't come perform without my band, but I can DJ and maybe do like a set as I'm DJing and like perform as well. So that ended up being that if we can't bring you and the band, we can bring you as a DJ. But also I've DJ'd in such different places where
Kudishnyao,
I've DJ'd in
was Kudishnyao your official first DJ's project in Kenya?
No.
It wasn't, eh?
It wasn't.
Okay.
It was like Kitambo. Yeah, but I've DJ'd in Cape Town, I've DJ'd in Joburg, I've DJ'd in Lagos, I've DJ'd in New York, I've DJ'd in Paris. And I think the thing for me is just looking at all my producer DJ heroes. Diplo, Black Coffee.
Have you met Black Coffee?
Yeah. I've met Black Coffee, I've met Diplo. But in terms of just, I'm still needing for making my, and that's why I'm saying I feel like I'm starting, because I've done a lot of work and I love all of them, but I'm always striving for my best work. I feel like that's what I'm chasing, and I don't feel like I'm there yet. So it's just been really great to be able to present different ways of presenting music to the world, because, and we have a huge advantage as Kenyans, which might not look as an advantage, but sometimes we listen to a lot of music from elsewhere, which makes us curious about all these different places. But also we have our own music, as like globally we also listen to a lot of music from elsewhere. So like I'll know songs about an artist who might be a bit obscure in different places.
I hear what you're saying. Yep.
Than they will know about our music. So if I got, like, we know a lot of Nigerian music. Nigerians don't know a lot about Kenyan music.
I hear what you're saying.
We listen to a lot of South African amapiano, all these things, but they don't know a lot about our music. So for me, that should be if you're on the outside looking in, that should be a disadvantage. For me, it's an advantage, because when I go into any space, I'm doing my research. It's like, oh, okay. So it's just been awesome to be able to like display a lot of and collect a lot of music from different places, and always plotting on how to present it as a DJ.
Love it.
So for me, it's not about playing hits, it's about playing good music.
Okay. How did the Beckham thing happen? Now I'm just throwing like quick fire questions as we come to a close.
The Beckham thing was, I was in Joburg with my band. We were booked to play this show by this magazine called Natal, that's based in the UK. And then
I thought you were going to say KwaZulu Natal.
It's called Natal Magazine. When they've been friends of mine for a while. And so I'm in the space and I'm seeing David Beckham. There's a lot of really good DJs from SA playing. I'm like, wait, that's David Beckham. Then I'm like, nah, that can't be him. Then someone came and my tour manager came and said, wait, that's David Beckham. Like, what? Then later he's in his booth, and then someone went and told him, do you want to meet this guy who's going to be performing? Then they called me to go meet him. I'm like, what? This is not happening. Because I intentionally, when I saw him, I was like, I'm not going to disturb that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to disturb him. Then they called me to go meet him. And then we started talking. And I'm an Arsenal fan. So I was like, man, it's really great to meet you. But I think my brother would be the one who'd be the happiest to meet you here because he's a Man U fan. It's like, which team do you support? So, I'm an Arsenal fan. It's like, no one, I knew there was something wrong about you. So, and then we went to play. And as I'm playing, he's taking video of the set. And then he posted it on his Insta story and tagged me. I was like, but bro, like in terms of even just celebrities, like we're playing in Yale.
Yes, Angelique
Kidjo was in the audience, and I'm playing her Hey, and then I see this lady running towards the stage, and then she comes in the middle of the set and starts dancing, and she dances like crazy. I was like, you know,
Most Def,
like it's been, like Most Def, and Most Def is also a big inspiration for me. We played the show in Nairobi, and then I think BT met him, and BT was telling him I'm part of this group called Just a Band, and then he was like, yeah, I know Just a Band. Last year, so I'm playing in New York, in this show. I didn't go with my band. I played with a band from New York. And then we were playing this venue. And Kaz was there. Karen Lucas. And a bunch of guys. And then Kaz comes and tells me, yo, Dave Chappelle is in the building. I'm like, what? Dave is in the building. Then as I'm like, okay, that's cool. Then as I'm playing, Q-Tip was in the audience. And then I started performing. Then Q-Tip comes and stops my set. I'm like, that song, bro. Start that song again. Then I'm like, Q-Tip from A Tribe Called Quest.
Yep.
If you listen to Just a Band projects and you're keen, you'll know that like that's one of the big influences on that project, like on Scratch to Reveal.
Yeah.
And has always been a big, like someone who. So it's like after that, he grabs me, and he's like, "Yo," I think he was drunk. Introduced me to his assistant. He's like, told the assistant, take his details. Like we have to build. And yeah, we just started talking from there. It's like I know, like nothing's happened yet.
Yes.
But for me, just that, literally, if
that was enough.
If that night, I'll never forget it. Dave Chappelle afterwards was like, bro, you did good, bro. The way Dave talks, I can't imitate him, but it's like, yeah, to be able to come from here, my show to New York, and have Q-Tip and Dave Chappelle tell me that the show is dope.
It's over.
It's over.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Like Moi.
Rap, like yeah, it's like all of these things, life, God has conspired to keep telling me to keep going.
Dude, I've got to ask this one. Okay. Again, you're right. We need 2 days with you, but at least I just now want to talk about the Emirates, the endorsements that now have begun, that have begun banging on the door. First and foremost, I love the fact that you live, eat, sleep, drink music. You get what I mean? Young guys watching this, or guys coming after you, may be like, it's possible. If this guy can do it, it's possible. How on earth did you end up on an Emirates ad?
Even I asked the same question.
Yeah, like I was saying.
But
Mungu, I know Mungu halali,
Mungu halali.
but you've...
But sometimes, literally, I don't technically have the correct answer for that. Because so many people have done things way better than me. So many people have... there's things that people do really well. I'm fortunate enough to know how to deal with people of all types of
You're a global citizen.
And like I can talk to anyone, but also like the person who was running the ad is someone who was at Red Bull Academy in Tokyo. And they were like, we want to do something with an African artist, but we want it to be someone who is not necessarily the biggest artist in that sense, but it's someone who is like on their own lane, on their own path, doing their own thing. And this guy hit me up. Like, he could have literally hit up anyone. And I don't know why he hit me up, but it was like, these guys, we pitched you, I think, and they gave me the creative freedom to make the song as I want.
Nice.
Which sometimes that's also not an easy thing, to have people trust you with that kind of nini. So that song went far. I think it's on like I was like, it played in the middle of African Cup of Nations.
3, 2, 1, go. Music is one of the easiest ambassadors of any place. People might not understand what I'm saying, but if they feel the rhythm, then they get into it. My name is Sellanga, also known as Blinky Bill, and I'm a musician, producer, and DJ from Nairobi, Kenya. Nairobi has some of the most beautiful people in the world. There's a lot of really great work that's coming out of Nairobi right now. There's a lot more musicians who are not your typical African sounding artists. We're redefining what African sound is. In the early 2000s, we had a lot more access to the internet. For me, it was like a kid in a candy store. Daft Punk, Basement Jaxx, York Records. This helped tune my ear to different things. I played in London, I played in Paris, I played in New York. As I play this music for different audiences, they're just like, wow, I didn't know this is happening in Nairobi. I enjoy it when everything is evolving and everything is pushing forward. That's the way that we can pay respect to the people that have gone ahead of us. It's nice to be able to take my music everywhere else in the world. But at the end of the day, what's keeping me in Nairobi is I understand the rhythm of the city. I feed off of it and it feeds off of me. It keeps me on my toes.
And so literally some of the things that this tells me, bro, just stay the course, man. Stay the course. It's hard, but just never stop being curious, never stop being a student of music, because, or a student of your craft, because I think that is where the magic is. And I'm so excited about some of the new music that I'm gonna make, is because every day I'm learning something new. It's like, okay, so it just means that my next project, Aitakaka and in doing that, plus with everything that I've been able to do so far, it's just, I'm just excited to see where it goes. And this is not about, for me, it's not about plaudits or applause or that stuff. It's, which is important. It's like, but I just feel like the journey is when it's fun, it makes it easier. Yeah.
Boss, I'm not even saying anything else. That's a parting, that's your parting shot.
Parting shot.
Thanks so much for being
Boom.
here, Blinky Bill.
Do you have the facilities?
That's my parting shot. Hey, no, for real. Yanni, thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much for sharing your journey openly, honestly, and may God continue to guide you on the path that He has set for you.
Thanks, man.
And cut.